Welcome back to the Words from the Nerds podcast. We are finally whole again, ladies and gentlemen. We have our third member who decided to leave us for some stupid adventures that he likes to go on skiing or then to bum shit nowhere to watch a football game. And what the hell? For audio listeners, just so we're clear, as I was giving my little spiel, my little rigmarole intro, Aiden decided to let's be a little coy and try to copy every little word I'm saying. All right, buddy, calm down. I know that you love hosting so much, but it's my turn. Sit back, relax,
let's not forget,
and watch the master at work.
What you did to me last week, literally starting off the episode with what was it, Bubblicious?
What? What happened last week?
Bubblicious. Something big booty something. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
I forgot what it was. Hey man, you missed out. Man, you missed out, bro.
I'm pretty sure I said that in the group chat too. That some weird stuff happens when I'm not here.
Let's actually no, Charlie, you're not getting away with this easy, buddy.
Let's Hold on.
Let's find out what exactly.
What?
Bubblicious backside.
Bubblicious backsides. Come on, bro. Give me some respect for that. Give me some.
What was the context of that?
I don't remember. You think I remember what this kid says half the time, bro?
That was you. What do you mean?
Yeah, but like we were talking. It was a conversation that carried over from before we started recording. So
I don't remember.
Yeah. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are whole again. He went to bum shit nowhere and decided to watch the Super Bowl. Funnily enough, my team won. By the way, my team won.
Mine too.
Who's his team, Chad? That's interesting.
I'm a day one Seahawks fan.
That's okay. Remember when he said he's a bandwagoner like 2-3 weeks ago? Remember that, Chad? Anyway, welcome back, Benjamin. We are happy to have you back, and we're excited to hear your thoughts on some of the things that we already got to talk about and some new things. But first and foremost, before I do I'll do housekeeping first. Of course, as most of you know, if you are longtime listeners or watchers of us, you can leave a comment down below, and we will read it aloud at the beginning of every single episode. And I believe we have one. Yes, we have one from last week from, of course, our lovely, almost always leaving us a comment, supporter, Brandon B. Woody. And he says, this comment potentially will be outdated before you guys record again, but Solo Mio will be in the green before Valentine's Day weekend, which is all I'm asking for from it. Can we get a fact check on that, chat? Let's get a fact check on this.
He's correct. And not only did it do that, but after Valentine's weekend, it jumped up to 17 mil, which puts him 7 mil positive. So
7 mil in the positive. Golly, Brandon's a fortune teller. Is that not crazy or what? He's still in the red, though, because of Wuthering Heights and its $80 million budget, which means he has to hit $200 million on that movie to break even and then start making profit, which right now he's at negative $111 million. I am now in first place. Technically, Benjamin is because he hasn't had a project drop. Oh. But like of players that are actually in the game, I'm in first place. So
I'm the only one who's not negative. But
you don't even have a project out in the world yet, buddy. All right, so technically, I'm number one. I'm top dog.
Wait till this week.
Okay, buddy. We'll see. Yeah.
Brandon followed that up with exactly what you said. Wuthering Heights will keep him in the red.
Yeah. He goes on to say, Wuthering Heights, I expect to put me in the red. I just don't think it's going to make up the $200 million it needs, but I will be in the lead at the end of this season because the Mario movie will carry me.
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm also inclined to believe that.
He gets his big pick early on, whereas the rest of us, I mean, Charlie, you got to wait till June. Aiden's got to wait till July. I have to wait till December. I'm probably going to be backseating the whole year, to be honest, until Doomsday comes in.
We'll have a good you'll have a good grasp on the playing field, though. Like whenever that time comes, all of our hit picks, like everything will
I'll know how much I need it to make in order catapult me into whatever position.
Which
where we're
Brandon brought up a good discussion. And I mean, I don't know if we're getting into box office talk, but Brandon brought up a good discussion. That budget for Mario is going to be significantly lower than that budget for Doomsday, which, I know we're all expecting Doomsday to, overperform and go super crazy, but it is worth to take into account that the, Super Mario movie, is that going to be a $350 million budget, $300 million budget like Endgame? I mean,
Sure.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Probably not. No.
Probably not. So that is something to take into account.
But I don't know. I see the gap being many hundreds of millions.
You think Doomsday makes a lot more, like a whole lot more than Mario?
I think it could make $1 billion more than Mario. I think
an entire $1 billion more.
I'm thinking out loud. The first Mario movie was right at around $1 billion.
Yeah.
Let's say this is a little more popular and hits 1.2, which would even be rare for movies nowadays. Even if that happens, do I think Doomsday could hit 2.2? I do, only for the fact of, even when we started to kind of hit the slums of Marvel post Endgame, especially with the box office, No Way Home was kind of around that figure. I mean, it's a little lower than that,
sure,
but it still got closer to that point. So I think the gap could be that significant. But even if not, I just need it to make 500 million more, which I think it easily will.
Yeah, plausible, very plausible. Little tangent thing. We don't got to go deep into this because this is more like a video game discussion. But I find it really strange that Nintendo. I mean, it would work for the movie as well. I figure they're not dropping any big Mario game, even a port. Or I mean, they could announce a port soon, I guess. Maybe in the month of March for any sort of huge Mario title. I know they just dropped Mario Tennis. I know that just came out, but just to get the hype up around Mario and get more people like Mario on the brain. So getting people to maybe want to go to a movie. I mean, obviously in in a perfect world, they would have dropped a new 3D Mario, but we got a Donkey Kong game instead, which I hear is great. I have not played it, but I don't know. I guess maybe I just expect that with the way Sony does things. They dropped a remake of The Last of Us, and they dropped Last of Us Part 2 remastered and whatnot all around the time of when the Last of Us HBO show was airing and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So similar ideas. And Fallout, I think I could be wrong. Maybe they did a remaster or something for the show. I think I'm tripping on that. Actually, it might be I don't think they actually did anything for that, but I don't know. Anyway,
there are rumors. I heard this. I think yesterday. I saw people
be a direct in March or something.
There's rumors that there's going to be a direct even by the end of this month, with the potential it's being rumored that they will announce a new 3D Mario.
They just had a direct.
They've done some games
February, didn't they?
Ones.
I thought they just had a direct. I could be tripping though.
They've done some game specific ones, but I don't think they've done a general one where they would have bigger announcements.
Sure.
Because that's the difference is they did specifically a direct for some of their third party games. They did one they have a Mario Tennis game that's coming out. So they did a couple of specific ones, but I'm pretty sure it would be just a general random one when they would do a random big announcement that people don't know about.
Sure.
And that is, I've heard people talking about it. It's not based on anything. I haven't looked into it enough to know where the sources come from. But people are talking about a new 3D Mario game.
Amen. I'm here for it. I am here for it.
I gotta switch to Odyssey.
Yeah. I know. And I gotta play Galaxy 1 and 2 now that there's a port with a bundle of the two of them. So I would want to play those before the movie comes out, but I mean, I don't know how much
you'd have to get on that.
Yeah, exactly. I'd have to hop on that right now. So, but anyway, enough of the video game discussion. Thank Brandon. Thank you for the comment. We appreciate you. You know that. But as for that being said, again, you guys can leave a comment and we will read it aloud every single week, just like we did for Brandon. And next week, I believe Benjamin will be reading the comments. So if you got something you want to hear come out of Benjamin's mouth specifically, go ahead, comment below. It can be anything. With that being said, gentlemen, how are we doing tonight? I want to hear from the guy who's been gone. Huh? Benji?
We're acting like I took a sabbatical. It's
What it feels
been-
like, man.
It was 1 week. I
Yeah,
know it
but
was-
like Aiden and I said on the last episode, it feels like it's been a minute since we been in there recording.
Yeah.
And like, so I imagine for you, that's even more so. Like,
Yeah,
that's even
yeah.
more of a feeling.
Aiden and I were talking about it, and it's just a rhythm thing. I feel like for many months, we were all kind of caught up on the new releases and talking about it on a weekly basis. We were just in a good flow state. And just with busyness, I've been off it a little bit the last month, which is, I mean, it's all good things. It's traveling. I took a ski trip, which I take annually, and then went and hung out with some buddies in Indiana for Super Bowl weekend. So those are like fun things. And then, getting close to wrapping up on house stuff that's less than a month away, which is really exciting to think about. And it's all good things. It's been rather busy. Work's been pretty busy, so I'm doing well. Trying to get kind of caught up and into better rhythm. So I did something which seems unorthodox to some, but it helped for me. The other day, I literally listed out like all of the things that I want to do in the next 2 weeks, even to the point where it's like I'm writing that I want to watch certain movies or spend a certain amount of time working on a project or whatever it might be. I just wrote out everything, and I literally made myself a schedule with like checklists. And so like on my checklist is on this day, go watch this movie. It's like to the point where even for my, like, I'm managing my time for my hobbies to try and get caught up, to be able to fit everything in. And so far, I mean, this is like my third or fourth day of like really sticking to that. And it's been great because I feel like I've been getting caught up. So in a much better spot, lots of good things. I'm very blessed in the positions that I'm in for all this stuff. So I'm happy, I'm grateful, and it's a good stress of being busy because it's all good things. So I can't complain.
Nice. Now that we can actually talk about things that we care about, Aiden, how we doing, man? How we doing?
Honestly, same exact boat as Ben, believe it or not. We talked about it for a little bit before you hopped in, Charlie, just about that flow state and how life happens, and life has been happening, right? Today, yesterday, I mean, we literally had to push the episode recording. Just a lot, man. I'm so tired right now. I got cuts on my arm of nails from trim and whatnot. So it's just about that time to start getting everything out of here. I got the all the boxes taken out.
It's all gone.
So all my Funkos, Legos, everything is moved over there. Then I now have to buy a shell.
From trim? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, you like are you pulling out the trimming or are you putting in new trimming? Or both, I assume.
Putting trim in.
Putting trim in.
Front, like putting old trim in. Yeah. So.
At first it sounded a little sus when you said cuts from nails, and then you said from trim.
Oh.
Yeah, no. But holy crap, man, I'm so tired. So, it's just been a lot of long days, which kind of sucks in terms of like watching new stuff. But I'm doing what I can. I got to as much as I could, which is still not the best, but it's something. So yeah, been fine. Just incredibly freaking tired. So yeah, all good over here.
Wow. Now that we're done listening to two crybabies, let's jump in to our fantasy box office draft catch up. I know we talked about it a little bit off of Brandon's comment, but let's get into the nitty gritty, the down deep, every possible nook and cranny. Let me pull up. Here we go.
Oh, sorry, I had it, but yeah.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine, bro. Golly, you don't need to apologize, man.
Yes, sir.
Of course, let me close all these. Let's start with Moolah Motion, Benjamin. Of course, Nothing on the board yet, but one to be had very soon as of this weekend, as in this weekend, with How to Make a Killing. We don't know the budget for this movie yet, so we'll have to wait and see as we get closer what Benjamin's going to have to pull from that movie to hopefully attain some green status. But we'll see. And then after that, you don't have anything until I guess the next week. The next week. Yeah, the next week or two.
I was looking at this. I actually think I did a decent job of spreading my releases out so that there's not too much overlap.
Sure, yeah. Actually, I mean, I doubt you were thinking of that when you were doing
that. No. But hindsight, like I don't,
Sure,
at least from the standpoint of spreading out releases, I think it's pretty decent.
Nothing stepping on anything's toes and whatnot. Yeah.
The only thing we can report is from Benjamin's alt pick, so it does not matter to his actual score.
Oh my God.
Is Shelter, the Jason Statham movie, which has a budget of $50 million, meaning it needs $125 million to break even. And it has so far only grossed $35.5 million, leaving it in the negative 89 mil.
We can agree. I mean, I understand like this is the system that we all agreed to and whatnot, but the 2.5 is kind of BS in some situations, right? Like, there's no way that Shelter, I mean, just going from a guy who goes to the movies almost every single week, right? I saw no marketing for the movie. I saw a couple of ads like on YouTube, maybe, and that's it. Do I think that in reality the budget was closer to 125 million? No, gosh, no. Now, would it still be negative either way? Yeah. And I didn't support it. I didn't go see it, so I don't know. It's on me. I just gotta pray that none of my picks get pushed out of the January through April little section of the year, and then I'll be fine.
Oh yeah, big time.
Ben, I mean, we've talked about it before. I'm not feeling very confident on your list, if I'm honest with you, man. Not feeling very confident on your list. But I mean, this is only winter season. This is winter season, all right. You got summer coming up, and I'm sure you're already percolating some stuff in your mind. So.
I think the only thing that I could have like really fumbled is having hoppers on my list. The other three I think will be comparable to some of the like current standings that you guys are seeing with some of your movies, which is no offense to you guys, just saying, I think it'll be comparable. Hoppers is the one where like, I'm just crossing my fingers right now and hoping that it's not like a $200 million budget. I'm really begging that it's not a $200 million budget. And as long as it's not, even if it's $100 million budget, I would be okay with that. I actually would be okay with a 250 break even point for that movie. So that's the only thing that I'm like really holding out on in the next couple of weeks here. Otherwise, I think all of my other picks, not that they're going to make amazing money, but I don't think I'm going to lose as much money as some of you guys have with some of the other picks.
Yeah.
I went for the lower budget ones, which were lower risk.
Ben, real quick, I was just curious with the 2.5 multiplier. It's pretty funny. Their reason on their website is, for a few reasons. For starters, movie studios allegedly lie about budgets to the public to allegedly create the appearance of success, allegedly. Secondly, reported budgets do not include marketing costs, of course, as we just talked about, but also, 100% of grosses do not go back into the studio's pockets as cuts are taken by theaters, foreign markets, and back-end profit participants. As such, the 2.5 multiplier is often used as a rule of thumb for determining when a movie becomes profitable. It isn't a perfect rule, but it's the one we're using. League commissioners can customize this multiplier for their league in advanced settings.
Oh, okay. So if we wanted to play with that for the summer one. We could do that.
I think we'll leave it.
Yeah, we'd have to have a discussion about that if that's something we really care about that much. And obviously we'd want to hear from Brandon too, but we'll see. But anyway, that is Benjamin.
Nah, I'm commissioner. I'm top dog. What I say goes, buddy.
Okay. All right, pal. That's why you're bottom fragging right now, buddy.
wait, guys. Y'all weren't, that wasn't intimidating? Y'all weren't scared?
Bomb House Productions down there.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'm changing my name. I'm not even kidding. Bomb House Productions.
Next up is myself, Cub Cinemas, the only one with a fucking profile picture. Get up on my level, guys. Come on. I am sitting at a total score of negative 71.9 million.
That's very good. I hate it. I hate how good it is.
I have seemingly bounced back, quote unquote, even though I didn't really move anywhere. I just, I guess I went a little bit more in the red, in fact, because of Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. But Send Help is doing a lot better than honestly I thought it was. Yeah, it's doing decently well. The reported budget is $40 million. So break even is $100 million. And so far it has grossed 73, almost $74 million, which just leaves it in the negative 26 million. So honestly, a lot better. Like, I had a decent idea in picking it. I was hoping, but then the realization came, well, it's horror, rated R. I don't know. It's not gonna, like, 100 million is kind of a, like, that's like a maybe touch it kind of ask. And it's still kind of looking like that. But I mean, even then I kind of thought it might just fall below that, but it's doing much, and it's deserved. I talked about it last week. I think it's deserved. So this is, I enjoy this. I enjoy that fact.
I don't think it can break even, only for the fact of there is way too many movies out right now.
Sure, absolutely.
When I went to my theater, I swear I've never seen, they have like 2 separate TV screens with all of the different movies and showtimes. I have never seen the list so compact for literally like between special screenings and whatnot. It's literally just like one showtime per movie that you would want to see. Like 20 of them. It was. I don't think I've ever seen it that packed.
It's honestly, it's insane. And also, it's so bad that I just want to point out. I was going to point this out before we started recording, but my theater. You guys know I'm complaining. My theater does not have Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. So you audience chat, you guys are going to get to see their thoughts on the movie, but I did not get to watch it, unfortunately, because my theater sucks. My theater doesn't have this movie, but it does have The Moment, the Charlie XCX movie. Wow, man. I'm glad my theater's making great choices that are going to clearly keep them in business, man. Awesome stuff. But anyway, speaking of Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, the reported budget is $20 million, which is a shock to me. That is a huge shock to me that it is lower than Send Help, considering, and I think that these two can attest to it, considering everything that goes on in this movie. I am surprised at the reported budget. And I mean, I guess as Aiden just read, the studios can allegedly lie about the reported budget of a movie. So, I mean, maybe that's what's happening here, but 20 million seems low for everything that happens in the movie, the places they go, the CGI, the cast alone, like crazy stuff, it seems. But I mean, I don't know, 20 million reported. So at 2.5 break even is $50 million. So far, it has only grossed 4.1 million, leaving me in the red 45.8 million. It's a shame.
It's not.
I wish I could watch it, man.
It's not surprising. I'll be honest.
It's not surprising at all.
It's not
but the movie deserves so much more attention, in my opinion.
Dang. Oh, well, honestly, maybe part of it is because they're not like it's just not getting out there, bro. That could be part of it.
It's suppressed under literally one of the biggest. I mean, the biggest weekend so far this year, with 5 new releases coming out. Like,
I mean, I literally just pulled it up. You had Wuthering Heights, Goat, Crime 101. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Solo Mio, if you kind of want to count that,
Solo
their
Mio,
Valentine's Day push.
And then, I mean, like there were smaller ones too. There was Cold Storage, the Liam Neeson and Joe Keery movie. I mean, that was underneath Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, but it was still a new release. And then you have, Send Help still going strong. Zootopia 2 made more money than
Zootopia 2 is going crazy, bro.
I don't understand. I mean,
well, and Send Help was Disney also, right?
How is it 1.8 billion?
Golly, man.
It's the highest grossing animated movie, right?
Oh yeah,
of all
yeah.
time.
Well, because it
Yeah.
was Inside Out 2, which
It
was
was
like
Inside Out 2.
1.5, and
Furries
oh
go
my gosh,
crazy,
and
bro.
I was just thinking about it. It opened Thanksgiving weekend. We are on month
Yeah.
3
And
of
it's
Zootopia
still like
2.
it's competing with Send Help and Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. That's actually
That
insane.
is disgusting. I think
Yeah.
Toy Story 5 is gonna make a lot.
I don't know.
Probably.
We'll
I mean,
see.
I don't know if people keep
It's
spending their
gonna,
money
it's
on
gonna make a
Zootopia,
lot.
bro.
It's
My
gonna
goodness.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Like I was pretty firm that Toy Story 2 is the second overall pick.
Yeah, we have our little like bet going. I think it's fourth underneath Doomsday, Mario, and Spider-Man. You think
Oh,
it's second?
Charlie didn't even make his order. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know if I think Spider-Man will do more than it. I think that was where I differed from Aiden. I don't know. I don't really remember.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and watch that episode. Yeah, good luck, have fun, don't die. I wish I could agree with Aiden and say that it deserves more, but I haven't seen the damn movie. But anyway, I am technically, I'm gonna say, in first place. Well, also technically, Benjamin is in first place because he is at a flat 0. He's not in the negative. But come on, man, we all know who's really in charge here. Anyway, on to 4-2A. B Woody Brandon. He had Wuthering Heights. Actually, we haven't. No, I'll talk about Wuthering Heights first, just because it's in that order. So, Wuthering Heights, as we mentioned a little bit before, the budget is $80 million. The break even is $200 million, with a gross so far of $88.5 million, leaving Brandon in the negative $111.5 million. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. None of us have seen the movie. We can't speak to it.
My wife did.
Oh, really? What did Reagan think?
She hated it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she didn't like it at all.
I've heard a lot of bad things about it.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
It's apparently very different from the book. The book is not as romanticized and sexual, and apparently the movie was heavily that.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
Wow.
I could tell from the trailers, man. I could tell from the trailers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, actually, I'd love to. I don't remember what Brandon said about this pick when he picked it initially, but I wish he was here. I'd love to like pick his brain. He might leave a comment about it, but I'd love to see what he's thinking now about it, and versus like what he initially thought.
Versus what he initially thought, I'm not sure, but I mean, we've obviously had our discussions because all three of us were going up against each other this week. Me, Charlie, and Brandon.
Yeah.
He wasn't confident. I mean, the more that came out about it, the more that controversies arose, the more that the projections just kept going down and down and down. He's like, this is not going to have good legs. GOAT is going to have way better legs. I just needed to, at least get me 100 mil after, this first week of it being out. Again, I might be twisting his words a little bit, but moral of the story, he had some doubts and concerns with it as the week went on. He wasn't super excited about it. He hated the movie, actually. He thought it was really bad. He has grown a lot more fond of how GOAT will perform when everything's said and done compared to Wuthering Heights.
Dang,
he can comment.
Golly. A lot of big.
I'm sure he'll drop by and say something. We can get into that a little bit later. Fucking hell.
Yeah. But then as for his other project, which not technically, but came out first, Solo Mio, the Kevin James movie, with a budget of $4 million with an asterisk. Current budget is an estimate based on available information. Okay, so there's no budget reported for the movie, I guess. This is just an estimate. Okay. An estimated budget of $4 million with a break even of $10 million. And the movie has grossed $17.8 million so far, leaving Brandon with a profit of $7.8 million. So he's in the green on one project.
Yeah. Wait, dude, that Mario Galaxy poster,
It's sick.
Fire.
I love this website. They keep everything updated. Like the new Michael poster that came out, also badass. That's on Charlie's list.
Yeah.
So yeah, Look at that aura, bro.
That aura. Yeah. So Brandon is in the green on a singular project, as well as Bumhouse Productions, Aiden, who has been in the green. Oh wait, it's purple. Is it? What does that mean? Why is it purple? Is it because of the hype level?
No,
Or does that mean like it's done with
his
the
color. It's just his color. He's purple.
Oh.
Brandon's blue.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't understand because I don't have anything. I wouldn't understand.
You
But
know-
anyway.
Oh wow, you don't. Oh yeah, because you don't have any profit.
I don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything in the green. As for Aiden Bumhouse Productions, he has so far. I'm going to do it in order of release this time. Iron Lung, as we all know, and we talked about last week, I believe, a little bit, Aiden and I. Just a runaway success, which, I mean, Aiden called it from the stands early on, and he is just clearly, literally profiting off of it from the entire time. With a budget of $3 million, a break even of $7.5 million, it has grossed a whopping $47.1 million.
I think that's updated to 50. Like after today,
Really?
I think it just broke 50 today.
Damn.
Anyways,
Damn,
continue,
son.
please. Leaving me with what?
Leaving Aiden with a profit of $39.6 million on a singular project. Crazy. Biggest numbers we've seen so far, and it's only the second month of the winter season. So
Absolutely insane that movie did that on a $3 million budget. I mean, we were it's just crazy, one, because like estimates early on were like 20 to 30, with 30 being like higher. 50 mil that it passed.
I'm mad
recently.
I didn't pick it. I'll be honest.
I took this from underneath Brandon. Brandon was like, this was my third pick. I just thought nobody would take it. And I was like, surely this has to do pretty good, right?
I mean, yeah, it seems like a me pick, which is like a pure, like, just based on my heart wanting this movie to succeed. That's what I would have picked it on. So I'm kind of upset that I didn't have faith in it.
Yeah, I felt really good about this. I'm happy. I'm really, really pleased with how it did. So yeah.
And Aiden would be sitting pretty with this one pick if it were not for the release of his second project, GOAT, with a reported budget of $90 million, giving it a break even of $225 million. So far, the movie, after just one weekend so far, has grossed $50.7 million, leaving Aiden to still, just to break even, needing to earn $174.2 million. So this one project has brought Aiden down to last place so far. But again, it's only been one weekend so far.
Give it a couple weeks. I think he'll be back up to the top. Basically.
You think so?
I think
I'm scared with how these legs are going to be. I need really good legs here. I need great legs here for this movie.
True. Like if you're looking at a 50% drop next weekend, that's not great for you. That's not great.
Yeah.
But like I'm running into Scream 7 next week. You know? Like
one of the bigger R-rated horror franchises.
And like, okay, cool. R-rated horror, fine. Like there's still a nice, fun kids movie out there. Well, Hoppers comes out the week after that. So, you know, I'm running into some walls. But I mean, granted, the movie has overperformed. There was a 35 mil opening, which it opened to 50. Now, granted, this updated today, and today was President's Day. So I know that, you know, maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it was 35 mil, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Regardless, in my book, this overperformed for where we're at. I hate that the budget just slowly kept going up and up and up after seeing the voice acting. That really pissed me off because that's where a lot of it had to go. Because holy dude. But yeah, I mean, it just sucks. This has a $10 million more of a budget than Wuthering Heights, and it is getting smoked by Wuthering Heights. Granted, the legs will probably be better, but still, man, I don't need that. I needed this to bang. I needed this to at least get as close to 200 mil as possible. But hey, look, I'm gonna throw this out here right now. This is gonna sound stupid. This is gonna sound dumb, and I'm acknowledging that it is. But Project Hail Mary, I could see 800-900 mil, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm there with you.
Really?
I can see it overperforming. Maybe, and you know what, Ben? You know what?
No. Let's calm down.
Really?
Maybe even hitting
Calm
the
down.
Billy. Maybe even hitting the Billy.
Really? Well, that's what I've heard those reports. I've heard those reports.
All
I've
that
heard
I
those
was
reports.
going to give you when you said 8, 9, I said I'm there. I'm more like
600, yeah, 600 mil
Like-
for sure. 600
Yeah.
mil, I think, is pretty much.
I don't know if we're seeing 8 or 9. We're definitely not seeing a billion.
Hail Mary, I'm throwing out here a Billy. Realistically, though, yes, I agree. 6. Honestly, I'm thinking maybe even 7 or 8. But
What I
yeah.
think is going to be big for this movie, there's already a lot of talk on social media about it.
yes,
A lot of
yes.
people are hyping it up, man, because the book, obviously, a lot of people have read it. A lot of people are excited for it. And then
the
there's
visuals,
Yep,
fuck,
yep,
dude,
yep, yep.
yeah. Trailer, Super
like,
Bowl,
it's
like,
going to do a lot of favors for this movie. All of that is going to do a lot of favors for this movie and getting people out to go see it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think outside of obviously getting like our big hit picks, this I think is like the clear 1-1 of the season.
100. Real quick, Ben. For your Rotten Tomatoes, this shit is gonna fucking bang for you, and I'm so mad. I am so mad. This is going to bang for you, bro. I
Dude,
literally
I was
sat
gonna
down
pick
with
it.
my
I was
buddy.
literally gonna pick it the round that he picked it, bro. I was
Yeah.
literally that was gonna be my next pick. He took it.
I
from
was
me.
sitting. I had caught up with my buddy the other day, and he literally was like, "Bro, I saw the trailer for that movie, picked up the book, read the entire book. He's like, dude, I'm so excited for the movie now. Like, I was like, oh my God, this movie is doing that to people. Like, dude, I think this is genuinely going to be a gem of a movie when it comes out. Box office wise, Rotten Tomatoes wise, like, I think this is going to be like the Sinners of this year. Fuck,
Aiden,
I don't know.
This is a mutual success story, okay? You can have the box office numbers.
All right.
Let
all
me
right.
have my Rotten Tomatoes.
I'll take it.
Charlie, you can
Fuck
Get
off.
fucked. Get fucked.
Get out of
Fuck off.
Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. I was gonna pick it, Benjamin. I was gonna pick it, bro.
did.
We'll see. We'll
You
see,
could have
man.
picked
We'll
it
see.
earlier. You could have picked
Yeah,
it
yeah,
earlier.
yeah. You could have picked it early. Shut up, man. You
Great
you're
update.
sitting. You are sitting so pretty on for Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, so I looking at your little shit box of a fucking box office picks. All right, just for this one season, mind you. God, you just get it so good, don't you? You get a second chance when it comes to the summer season to rectify your wrongs in the winter season, and then the whole year you get to coast on your fucking Rotten Tomatoes shit. Oh my gosh.
I
Get out of
said
here,
this,
dude.
having Doomsday completely offsets for if I have a terrible winter season. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I just need to not lose a bunch of money. That's the biggest thing. Like I think we're gonna see at least half of us in the negatives leaving the season. I guess
Yeah.
Brandon's a little fortunate that his big pick is happening within the season. But other than that, I think we're gonna mostly see negatives.
I will not be in the negative leaving the season. I don't think.
Yeah.
Because of Michael.
Oh,
I don't think I'll.
I mean,
I don't think I'll be in the
I will
negative. I don't think
either.
I'll be in the lead, but I don't think I'll be in the negative.
I don't think I'll be in the negative either, honestly. Normal. I'm banking on Normal to have like a really low budget. That was like, I mean, that's my biggest stain on my legacy right now. But like if Normal does kind of what like Good Luck Have Fun Don't Die even as like its ceiling, where it opens up, it gets suppressed, and it makes a negative 45 mil. Even adding that on top, Project Hail Mary is going to soar past 375. And at that point, if it even makes 200 mil positive, I'm in the green.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
I'm just projecting. Maybe I'm the one who's screwed. I don't know.
the
I don't know.
goal here is to leave negative because this is the dumping ground. But
Yeah, we all agreed. We all agreed this was terrible picks.
It's going to be
we
the
were
worst
left with.
season probably every year that we do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, truthfully.
I like it.
I mean, yeah, that brings us to the end. I was bringing Brandon's back up because I guess, I mean, we talked about it a little bit because of his comment, but just to touch on, yeah, it's his hit pick though. So like, we didn't talk about anybody else's hit pick, I know, but his is the only one that's going to be out this season. So I figured it's worth talking about. What are we, realistic numbers? What are we thinking here? Just real quick. What are we actually thinking this is the take home of this is going to be?
I'm thinking 1.5. I think is a safe pick for me. 1.5.
I'm going 1-2.
Okay.
I mean, that's a couple $100 million more than the first one.
Sure.
That seems pretty safe.
Maybe we don't like safe, Benjamin. Maybe we want to be a risk taker here.
Oh, crazy.
1.7.
Lay him out there. Lay it all out.
I'm not even mad at 1.7.
I was about to say like 500 million.
I was thinking 1.7. That was where my head was.
Dude,
landing.
I'm not even mad at that.
Because I mean, dude, like the franchise speaks for itself, and now that it's a proven quantity, I guess, per se. I mean, it didn't get great reviews from Rotten Tomatoes critics anyway. I think the audience loved it a little bit more. And like, who knows how many people watched it after the fact, the first movie, you know? There's no, at least as far as we can tell, no Seth Rogen Donkey Kong this time around. So,
He'll be in it. Come on.
You think? He probably, yeah, for like a line or two. We'll see.
Yeah, he will. But I also think the thing with kids' movies that we don't really factor in here is that you're getting a lot of kids who automatically double their ticket price because they need a parent to go with them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
banger.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
How do we factor that into these numbers?
Sure. I mean, there's also to think about, because like as Aiden mentioned with his list, like he's got GOAT right now, and then next weekend is Scream, and then the weekend after that is Hoppers for him. So like with where Mario is, there's not anything else like that's coming out around it that's really a threat.
My
drama?
god. Drama, dude, you're gonna get fucked.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Drama. Oh no.
Like the drama that's a non-threat. This is which it wouldn't even. I mean, it works in a detriment to him, I guess. Not that this movie. I don't think this movie was going to be any. You, Me, and Tuscany was going to be anything crazy. But yeah, there's really no threat for the Mario movie. So like
the whole month.
Yeah, seriously, it just gets to cook.
Yeah.
That's all it gets to do. It gets to simmer and just win big the whole month. So Brandon really just he sniped that one. Good for him.
I don't know.
Golly. And you had the opportunity for that, Benjamin, but I think you went with the right choice though. At the end of the day, for a hit pick.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think there's even Brandon's really sold on his pick.
Sure.
And I might be speaking for him right here, so we'll just see what he comments if he gets this far in. But I think there's a scenario where he thinks that Super Mario Galaxy is the highest grossing movie of the year this year.
I think he mentioned that.
He has said that. I think he has said that, right?
That it beats Doomsday.
Yeah.
And it is the highest.
I
with its small budget, if that happens, man.
I do think there's a possibility that Doomsday isn't the moneymaker we think it's going to be. I think that's a possibility. There's a future out there, Benjamin, where this isn't as fruitful as you think. I think
we're getting ahead of ourselves if we start to go down that route.
Absolutely. I for the most part I agree with that.
We haven't even kicked the marketing up. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is also insane to me. That's a whole nother conversation, which I don't think we had last week. That there's no Marvel thing at all at the Super Bowl. Insane work. Because you know what pissed me off even more about it? Somebody posted the Endgame one that released that year, And oh my gosh, that is so good, bro. And we didn't get anything like that. Nothing like that. We're not going to.
Just wait.
So
just wait.
That's just annoying.
Just
We'll get a
wait.
TV spot. Yeah, we'll get a TV spot the week before the movie fucking comes out. Yippity doo dah, bro. My good.
Giving us spoilers right before the
Let
movie.
the Russos cook, bro. Come on, let the Russos cook.
No,
I guess like the difference is that one came out like at the time Endgame was coming out in April, so a lot closer, but whatever.
Yeah. I guess, if they decide that Avengers Doomsday budget is $300 million and the break even to that is $750 million, then like, yeah, I could see where like profit wise Mario makes quote unquote more than Doomsday.
But I mean, yeah, okay. If we're talking about in comparison, but it's still like if you're actually looking at what you're saying, what you're hoping is like a 2.2 take home, you're still sitting pretty profit wise. That's pretty standing. So
I agree, and I still think like take away the budget multiplier and whatnot. I still think Avengers is going to outgross Mario movie like bar for bar, just looking at the raw numbers.
Sure.
But I think if you factor in the budget, then it's maybe not as profitable technically.
But you also have to factor in, even though I think Dune will move. You also have to factor in Dune, and a lot of people are going to go see Dune as well.
Oh shit!
That is a factor, but I do think Dune is going to move though. So I really don't think that will be a factor. Too much of a factor for you.
But if it
just as it stands right now,
what does that do for Dune when we come to draft? Like, does anybody touch it? Like,
oh, I'm touching.
I don't know.
I'm touching it.
You touching
Really?
dudes?
How,
Or Dune?
dude, how could you not touch Dune? Like, what do you mean?
I guess, yeah. I mean,
you touch
it is
Dune
kind of like,
and then you just pray that you have like a sleeper substitute pick for the season.
I mean, it will be another Barbenheimer situation essentially. So yeah, I guess both of those
I don't really
could
see it being
coexist.
a problem. I don't think
Yeah,
that
you're right.
anybody who wants to see Doomsday will not see it because Dune Part 3 comes out on the same day. Now people
Yeah,
might
you're
go see
right.
Dune 3 first. Like I kind of have gone back and forth on that myself, but I still think everybody who wants to watch it is going to regardless.
Yeah,
sure.
fair point.
I don't know. It depends on how big the overlap of MCU haters but Dune lovers there are. So we'll see. With that being said, that is our fantasy box office update, and we will be back with more in the coming weeks.
And
But-
I'm bidding on a project right now. I'm doing it right now, midway point.
What the fucking butt sticks?
Oh, I know what you're bidding on.
What the fucking
I
butt
I'm
sticks?
bidding on a project.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen of the chat. Aiden is about to bid on a project for our Rotten Tomatoes draft. Keep in mind, he only has one ticket.
Yeah,
So
one ticket, yeah.
if Benjamin or I or myself want to bid against this, we have our full 10. So Aiden, what is the project you would like to bid on today?
10, but you fill your last spot.
We'd fill our last spot. Yeah.
I know what you're about to say. I know you want it, and I've thought about it. I gotta decide here. I have
Aiden?
thought. I really have thought about
I
it.
got the wheel here. I am putting a bid on The Adventures of Cliff Booth.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, interesting. And you said you have the wheel up? I don't gotta touch it?
Yeah, I got the wheel up.
Okay. All right.
I got my one ticket in there right
You
now.
got your
but-
one on there,
Super Bowl
Benjamin.
trailer was very good, and
Yep.
I knew it was coming out. Directed by David Fincher,
Yeah.
written by Quentin Tarantino, a sequel to a movie I love. Brad Pitt. I've been thinking about it. I have been thinking about it.
Are you gonna try to fill your 7th
Wait,
slot?
we have to hold up our tickets.
Yeah.
What do we put down?
Aiden, we know that you're doing one because you can only do one. So Charlie,
Yeah.
we'll have to do a little. Are you bidding at all, Charlie?
I am not bidding. I am
Okay,
not
then
bidding.
All right.
I'm not gonna bid on it. I will not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Aiden
I
just-
do not want to lock in my final slot.
That's exactly why I'm not doing it.
yeah.
Let's go.
So
Let's go.
So,
I like it, dude.
Aiden-
I was thinking about it. David Fincher, Quentin Tarantino putting their heads together on this. Brad Pitt, bro. It's Brad freaking Pitt coming off of the biggest movie of his life, possibly with F1. Like, come on, man. In terms of like box office and whatnot. But, career resurgence here. I mean, if you can even call it that, man's a GOAT. That trailer banged, bro. I have to.
So Aiden's sixth slot. I don't have the table up, so I can't visually type it in. But Aiden's sixth slot is now taken up by the Adventures of Cliff Booth. So congratulations, Aiden. You didn't even have to fight for it, buddy. You didn't even have to fight.
I'm back at 10. I'm back at 10. So I like it.
We all have 10 tickets for our seventh slot now. So if anything comes up, might be a fight to the death here.
It's too early for me to be fully locked in. I can't. I just can't.
I just felt like this had to be my one. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I had to.
No, this is. I think that for you that's great. You still got a whole nother slot going up. I think that's perfect for you. I think honestly, it's going to work out for you really well. Honestly, that's what I'm feeling.
Let's hope.
Okay, wow. What a what a way to just drop that in. That was crazy. I was not expecting that at all. That was cool.
As soon as he said it, I knew it right away.
I like this.
I've been
I like
sitting on that one. I had
this.
to wait till Ben came back. So
okay, cool beans. Well, with that being said, we're gonna dive into what we've all been watching. And Benjamin has a decent amount to comment on and to give us his thoughts on. So let's start with you and what you have watched that we already talked about, Benjamin. So
would that just be
would be Wonderman? Have you seen Send Help?
Yeah,
Send Help and Iron Lung. If you've seen that,
you guys talked about that.
Aiden did a little bit, I thought, right? Or did you not watch it?
I talked about it for my box office, but I didn't watch it.
I thought you saw it. Never mind. So not Iron Lung. I mean, you can talk about Iron Lung because neither one of us has talked about it. So if you wanted to,
I'll start off with Wonderman.
Yeah,
which, it's been out for like 3 weeks now.
Sure.
I don't know your guys' thoughts, but I think
he doesn't.
I think I would have a pretty good idea of your guys' thoughts.
Do you?
I think I would have a pretty good idea of your guys' thoughts.
Okay.
This was so good.
This show was so good. Yes.
Bro.
Yes.
This is a banger of a show, bro. Holy shit.
I was never a hater. I think the way that I put it, which is how I am for a lot of stuff, is I know almost nothing about it. I have no reason to care about it right now, but I'll give it a fair chance. Oh my gosh. Just a couple episodes in and I'm absolutely locked. Yeah. This, like, it doesn't feel like a Marvel television show, which I think like a lot of people have been saying that. It has its own unique voice, its own unique flavor. Oh my goodness. Simon Williams, what an amazing protagonist. Performed so incredibly well. Even the addition of Trevor Slattery, I was like, this is just going to be some like comedy shtick, but they found a way to actually fit him into a project, which, like, when you compare it to something like Shang-Chi, night and day difference. Like, no hate to Shang-Chi. I'm a big Shang-Chi fan, but Trevor Slattery is really just there for comedic relief.
I said the exact same thing when we were talking about it. Mm-hmm.
When I see this, I'm like, dude, I didn't even realize that I actually wanted more of him in this universe and seeing more of his character and the dynamic that they brought up and how they reflect that with the Wonderman television show or the Wonderman movie that's being made within the show and their relationship with one another and that dynamic and how they turn that into a tragedy. And I knew that something had to come to a head. It all had to come crashing down. And that moment hit very, very hard. And I just thought all of it was done so incredibly well. I think my only like minor critiques with the movie or with the show would be, which I didn't even necessarily like dislike this. It more was just interesting spending an entire episode. I think it was the third episode on the doorman, which was literally just to like, was mostly to establish that people with superpowers aren't able to act in television shows. There's rules and guidelines against it because of the incident that happened. So it took me a little bit to get used to like breaking the rhythm. Cause I mostly was watching like them back to back. I think I watched them in like 3 or 4 episode batches over the course of a few days during my travels. And so like to go from like a storyline that I'm just getting hooked into, connected emotionally to the characters, to then have an episode that's a complete step away break from that was just a little jarring. But I didn't hate the episode individually. I still thought that even like its own little pocket of storytelling, I thought was done really well. And then the only other thing I would say is kind of the final episode. Like I think it hit a point of resolution, and then I think the last like 5-10 minutes, I don't want to say they left a sour taste in my mouth, but I don't know. There was something just like a little off about it. It felt like the rhythm kind of lost its footing a little bit just towards like the very, very end. Other than that, I really have no complaints. I think it was. I'm so surprised by this. Like, I got to put the hand up and just be honest. This was phenomenal. It was amazing.
That's super sick. We said, man, if he doesn't like this, he's got to like after the Bone Temple, bro. We gotta start having a conversation with this guy, bro. He doesn't like this.
I
shit.
told you guys with Bone Temple, that was gonna be probably like my biggest one of the year, where I'm like way off the general consensus for a project. Here, I mean, as long as you guys love this, I'm with you guys.
100%.
Yeah,
I think we
fire.
said this is like second greatest.
It's a
second
very
best TV show.
second close to Loki is what I said.
Yeah, very, very
Yeah.
close to Loki season.
Loki
2,
season 2 specifically. I think it's better than Loki season 1.
I probably agree with that, but that's also partially because I think
Bar so
Loki,
low.
there's such a big gap between Loki and what would be next. There's a lot of space in between there.
Mm.
Really,
I don't
even
think
with
that
this,
space is that.
yeah.
No,
I think
I'm
with
saying it
this,
Yeah.
Oh,
it
gotcha.
fits in that gap 100%.
Huh.
But I think it's helped from the fact that Loki is so far above and
Oh, yeah,
beyond,
yeah.
and you have to go
100%.
so much further down to get to any of the other shows.
sure, that's fair. That's fair.
So,
a lot
Ben,
of
we
the other
also
Marvel projects in general.
Yeah.
truthfully.
since you didn't watch last week's episode, we had 2 kind of hot takes that,
Yeah.
or maybe I don't know, depends.
Okay.
That I
yeah,
said-
yeah.
I'm ready.
I said Trevor Slattery has a top 5 character arc in all of the MCU.
He did say that. What do you? Well, that's the thing. Who would you put above?
Well, yeah, on the spot.
He
was
started.
hard
Yeah.
to
In
name
fairness,
5.
he started listing some and asked me like Cap.
Yeah.
And, like,
Cap,
yeah,
I
and
put
I-
above
Yeah, Cap, Tony,
And Iron Man,
Rocket,
yeah.
Tony. Yeah, Rocket.
Tony,
Rocket's
Rocket.
Rocket's a great one. I would use
And then who was the 4th one, Charlie?
I thought you said Bucky at some point. but-
yeah, Bucky's.
I
gotta
said
be up there.
Bucky. Yeah. Well, Bucky was one. I had kicked Cap off, but you know,
Yeah, I added Cap.
whatever.
I added Cap.
Yeah,
he didn't have.
That's
he didn't
fine.
have
I'll
Cap.
give him that. There was one more in there that I forgot, but yes, I mean that's.
You mentioned Rocket, dude. I'd probably put Star-Lord up there. I think the whole like abducted from his home planet, kind of criminal making his way turned.
Oh,
here.
Loki was the only. Was the other one.
Right,
Loki
right,
is
right.
a huge one
100%,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. So
But yes,
off rip, I'd maybe give you top 10. I wouldn't give you top 5.
okay, that's fair. So then the other discussion was Simon Williams and Trevor Slattery are the best duo in all of Marvel.
No, dude. What?
That's what I said. I
Aside,
said that.
He
And then I
said
made-
that one.
Yeah.
I went back. I gave him names.
He
After
gave me.
names.
Yeah.
Nobody was standing up. He said nope.
Who did I end up saying? though?
Until I finally said Foggy and Matt Murdock.
Oh, Foggy and Matt. Yeah, Foggy and Matt.
Now
Right.
we granted we
Yeah.
were going based off like first impression. So like obviously like Spidey and Tony, right? Or Peter and Tony. It's like
Boop.
like they have all of that first impression, like Simon and Trevor compared to I don't know. But
But see,
Who
like,
would you put above, Ben? Who would you put above? bro?
listen? Do you want me to be real? Tony and Cap in Avengers 1. They're like not getting along, their personalities not merging with one another, the fights on the helicarrier, and even Cap specifically saying, "You're not the guy
About
to
that.
lay down on the wire. You're not the guy to make the sacrifice play." The end of the movie, he sees what Tony is made of. And obviously that develops further, but that's first impression. I think that's great.
Sure.
I think that's great.
Something to be said there. Something to be said there, but I don't know, man.
What do you mean something to be
I
said
don't
there?
know, man. Dude, Simon and Trevor, bro. Gosh, man, something else I also said. I think Simon is the most relatable character in the entire MCU. That's what I said.
That's because of your skin color.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, Chad. We got that on recording, Chad. We got that on record, bro. Y'all saw that. Y'all saw it and you heard it.
That was crazy.
No, dude, just aside from like, I mean, obviously he has superpowers, but he's not like a superhero. So like setting that part of it aside, like obviously that also helps, but just, I think what I said when Aiden and I were talking about it, just the pursuit of something with everyone, almost everyone, tearing you down and like betting against you almost, with the exception of Trevor and his mom. But like, dude, and I guess maybe a little bit of his agent who knows he's talented, but is still kind of holding him back. But just like the pursuit of it, like almost like to the point of delusion. And then he has all these moments of self-doubt. There's the conversation with Trevor in the car right after the birthday thing. He's like, maybe I need to realize like that's never going to be me. That ain't never going to be me. And then that's when he gets the call. And then like his life starts to change. All these, like, I don't know, dude. I think it's so in a little 8-episode run, it's crazy.
I think the reason that I could probably give that to you is because that's the whole point of the show. It's not like the show also has, superheroes and villains and like big battles. Like it's all about him. And so I think that's more a result of that and the structure of the show than a result of, all of any of the other projects having like terribly written characters. Like there's relatability within a lot. Like I kind of think of like Hawkeye being a family man, but then leaving to do the things that he's responsible for, stuff like that. You have a bunch of those things, but those are usually secondary to the characters and the involvement that they are in some crazy thing because we're in a universe with superheroes. So
I also think of like Bob from Eternals, that kind of thing. Like the relatable mental health struggles too. Yeah.
It's always going to be like the more personal, focused, emotional characters that are going to be more relatable than, super strength, superpowers, that kind of thing. So I wouldn't argue with that one. I think the other two are a little far-fetched. Like, and only because of where the lines are. Like, top 5, I don't know if I'd give you top 5 duos, but I'd give you top 10. Like those kinds of. It's just I'm not quite there.
Wait, top 5? You wouldn't even put top 5 duos? What? No shot, bro. No shot. They're top 3 at the least. Sorry.
It was. What was the first question?
It was Trevor character arc for Trevor.
Character arc. Okay, that is not top 5. Duos, they're top 5, but they are not the best, which was what you said.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah.
Second best. So it's just behind Foggy, Matt.
I'm not quite there, but I'm basically.
That's fair. I knew. I mean,
sure.
Yeah, we knew those were.
Glad you like it, man. Glad you like it.
Yeah, very.
Oh, and also, I guess we'll say we agree with you with the on the ending. It's very like MCU-ified. Like that's like the very like, and I think I even said that like if you're gonna, why are you having him save Trevor like right now? Like if you want to use Trevor again in the future, like in a season 2, have him save Trevor next season. Like I don't know. Like I also agree that it was very like there was a resolution to this, and like you did this extra part for a chance to show him using his powers, I guess. But
the point where he just went like he got a new gig and was going to shadow this guy, but he had this alternate plan the whole time. Like that whole thing, I just thought was a little off, a little bit compared to where we had built up to. So
sure,
yeah,
that's kind of
fair.
Fire stuff, man. Fire stuff. Finally, a January Marvel show that's good. I say finally, but there's this is or no, sorry,
Yeah, what the hell?
WandaVision was a January
Finally,
show.
January when the weather's 68 degrees outside and the sun is just perfectly at the right position.
Wait, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I was just saying, but I honestly I forgot that WandaVision came out in January, so never mind. WandaVision's good. I think this is better than WandaVision, but yeah.
You better
Yeah,
think that.
fair.
What are we talking about? Yeah, duh.
Hey, WandaVision episode 8, still really good, man.
Still one of
Still
the
up
best
there.
episodes all
Yeah.
of them see.
Still up there, man.
Interesting.
Interesting. Shut up, man.
I don't-
Talk about Silent Hell, bro.
Set up. Yeah, it came out a couple weeks ago. I saw it later than some of these guys did, but I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was incredible. I think I was a little frustrated that they stuck so heavily with the shtick, which is just that like, oh, Rachel McAdams' character is being underestimated and she's actually really capable, and then Dylan O'Brien is a douche and never changes. And they stuck with that the whole movie, which I like. I really thought that there was going to be some sort of character development, some sort of arc, something that would happen to kind of spice things up. But it really is just that. And then it elevates level by level by level throughout the movie. Crazy things happen and whatnot as a result of, the capability of one person and the stubbornness of another, but nothing changes. And so I think I was left wanting a little more from that perspective. And because I was expecting that, I don't think that I could just buy into like, oh, this movie's just kind of crazy stuff happening. Because it didn't really provide anything more. There was no really overarching story within it, other than the ending being what you learn from the beginning, which is that she's more capable than he realized, and that he's just very stubborn.
One thing I would push back on is I would say maybe not like a development, but rather like a regression of character as far as Rachel McAdams' character, because like I think she starts off. Aiden hasn't seen it yet, so I guess I want to be careful here. But she starts off in a much more like sane headspace. So like,
Sure, yeah.
and then it kind of goes from there. So like that's what I would say. It's not in a traditional sense. I agree with you. I do agree with most of what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
But just that's all I would add to that.
Yeah. And maybe this is just a personal note, but how is Dylan O'Brien so stubborn in this situation? Like,
Seriously.
oh no, I'm stuck on an island with Rachel McAdams, and like she's kind of into me. I'm gonna be a dick. Like, I don't know. From a realism standpoint, it's like, oh my god.
Well, he's into black women, bro. He's into black women.
True. Yeah. From a realism standpoint, though, like stubbornness to that extent is almost hard to suspend disbelief to.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
to the point that we got to at the towards the end of the movie. It's like, this is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought the concept was really interesting, but then I think it like once we get to the island and we sort of like establish what the dynamic is, I didn't think it had too much else to offer other than like the craziness that follows. That's the main thing that I'll give it. So it was pretty entertaining, but other than that, I wasn't really blown away. I feel like it should have been done better and had a little more substance. So I gave it a 3 stars out of 5. That's kind of where I landed on it, which, enjoyable enough, but I definitely expected a little more.
3.5, I think. I don't know. I have to look. Yeah, 3.5. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm glad somebody actually went out and watched the movies that we were supposed to watch, huh?
Supposed to watch, bro. I'm telling you, I'm looking at this list.
Stupid
It's going to
ass.
be like one of us or 2 of us. I don't think
Yeah.
there is a single one that all 3 of
Yeah.
us have seen.
Well,
We'll see,
dude,
dude.
you guys know I wanted to watch one. Okay, I wanted to watch one, but I can't. I actually want to go next because I think I have more to say that is not on what the list of stuff that we are planning on talking about, and I'll be short on all of those. I think I have more than Aiden does. Well, actually, Ben, do you want to continue? You have
Should I go to my other two? I mean,
Yeah. You should hit those.
I can just
actually.
rip them. Two other movies that I saw that these guys have not seen. The first one being Markiplier's Iron Lung,
Right.
which I did get to check out, which I'm very glad that I did, because after seeing some of the social buzz about it, I was really excited to hear like, oh, there's a passion project, and you can really tell that there was a lot of heart put into it. That's kind of inspiring stuff for me. My friend John, he always, like, every couple of months he'll just be like, Ben, one day we're making a movie. And I was like, yeah, we are. Who knows? You know, you never know what could happen. But just, the idea of being passionate about something and then seeing it come to fruition is very inspiring. So, for Iron Lung, I loved it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Really?
I think a lot of people are enjoying it. I don't know how much of that is like maybe a little bias just for like,
I've only heard bad things, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I've
I'm
only heard
bad
like
things.
mid, yeah.
I'm mostly basing that off of, it's got a 3.2 average on Letterboxd, which isn't bad.
Sure.
And like just looking at the spread, like I pretty much fall within the average. Like I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. So it's not like it's,
Yeah.
I did teeter back and forth on if it was going 4 stars for me. This is an interesting comparison, but Charlie, I think you'll know what I mean, especially if you end up watching this movie. This to me is what like a video game movie, like a Five Nights at Freddy's movie should be, which is it's presenting you into a very like confined space. You're in like one singular setting for almost the entirety of the movie, and it's introducing you to different concepts in your setting, in your environment. And so it's showing you what this thing does and what this thing does. And so I found it so engaging, some of those core principles and how they were utilized. I thought it just added like a really cool like ambience to the movie. Like the setting of it, I bought into so heavily. I thought it was so incredibly cool. Which I just think it's a cool concept anyways. The whole like the world is ending and they're, sending this guy on a mission to recover materials in a blood ocean. Like that's just kind of cool. But then when you can actually like, it's not a super, like there's no jump scares in it, but it's a pretty like, I don't want to call it tense. It is tense in moments where you just kind of understand and feel the weight of the situations and what's happening. And so I was able to just really buy into that. And also how that ties into Markiplier's character, who kind of starts to go insane as this mission is unfolding and starts to learn more of like the lore of where he is. And I thought that it was just like so effective in like tying and bringing that all together. And then like there's points in the movie where it gets crazy. Like there's some stuff that happens that I'm like, I did not expect this at all. It gets pretty wild. And even a couple of like, for the most part, you can understand how this was a low budget movie. A lot of it takes place inside of this submarine. But there's a few sequences that take place elsewhere. And I'm genuinely blown away at some of like the shots and visual effects that like, it is like few and far between shots, but it still is just like, it's done very purposefully to like add to what we're learning about for the movie and the lore and whatnot. It's done incredibly well. So I think I agree with what a lot of people are saying, which is you could probably pretty easily trim out 20 to 30 minutes of the movie. It didn't need to be 2 hours long. You could have done an hour and a half, an hour 45. While I agree with that, I was not upset at the length at all. Like I was sitting there, I was on the journey, and it kept it engaging enough. I was actually a really big fan of just being able to sit there and watch everything unfold. So I'm incredibly surprised. Because like, I don't want to say that I didn't hear negative things, but I heard a lot of middle of the road things. And I'm on like the slightly higher end of that. So I think I'm probably a little higher than you guys would be my guess. I think I was just able to kind of buy into it and lock into it a little bit more than what most people have so far. So I saw, like, of the things that I'm talking about, this was like the first thing that I saw over this weekend. And so I'll, without spoiling anything for my thoughts of the other movies that I watched, this was my number one for the year when I watched it, of like the 5 or 6 that I had seen up to that point.
Yeah.
Which, part of that is, Bone Temple is
Bone Temple. Yeah.
a little lower, but, it beat out my previous number one, which was The Rip at that point. So, yeah, it's hard to explain, but the video game comparison, I think that will really resonate with you, Charlie.
Sure.
Certain, like, it feels like a Five Nights at Freddy's, where it's like you're sitting there and it's like, oh, this part of the submarine serves this purpose when I press this button, and it just like builds on those things, and I think it does it super, super well. So I'm surprisingly a big fan of this one. And like I said, I almost would go 4 stars on it. And I wasn't like a super big Markiplier fan growing up, so I don't think there's any like big bias there. Maybe slight bias, just like seeing somebody's passion project and seeing it be like surprisingly good might boost it a little more. But other than that, I did really enjoy it.
I think that's a good bias to have about passion projects and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad to hear a good review of it, because I swear I've only seen bad stuff. So that,
yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people's biggest issue is like the pacing, which is tied to the length. It's like, if you could have cut out 20 or 30 minutes, it might have felt a little quicker. And, I can see where people are coming from, but since I was like bought enough into what was happening, it didn't bother me. I think that will be like the make or break between people giving it like a 2 star, a 2.5 star versus a 3.5 and beyond type of thing. So, yeah. And then the last one that I'll go solo here on is, last night I went to a mystery movie screening.
Jealous of this one.
And I told these guys beforehand, which I totally forgot that I had said that to you guys. But I have a different theater that opened a little more recently. I didn't even know that they did mystery movie screenings there, but I saw that they had this one that was at a couple of theaters. But at my other theater I usually go to, they only tell you what the rating is. So they, obviously they want you to know if it's an R-rated movie, just so people are aware of that. And then the only other thing is they'll tell you if it's a horror movie, specifically because some people don't want to go to a mystery movie and then it's a horror movie, and that's not their thing. So that's usually the only piece of information that I would get. But at this other local theater, they literally listed the runtime and the genre. So I knew that it was an action comedy, rated R, an hour and 45 minutes long. And so I was kind of able to look at what was coming out, and it was literally like, it has to be How to Make a Killing. And if it's not, I'm watching a movie like months in advance, and I'd be fine paying $5 for a mystery movie and seeing an R-rated action comedy. Like, I was basically open to whatever it is, but pretty confident it would be How to Make a Killing. And it was How to Make a Killing, starring Glenn Powell, which is on my box office list and comes out this upcoming weekend. I feel bad for Glenn Powell. I feel bad for Glenn Powell.
Really?
I feel really bad for Glenn Powell. I'm not saying that because the movie's bad. The movie is not bad.
Oh.
I liked it. I didn't love it.
Gotcha.
But the reason I feel bad for Glenn Powell is because I feel like his career post Top Gun Maverick, he should have been starting to build momentum, not to the same level, but almost like Timothy Chalamet or something. It's like picking the right directors, picking the right projects where people want to go see stuff because he's in it. But then if you look at his filmography, Twisters, Anyone But You, Hitman on Netflix was actually a pretty good movie. And then The Running Man, which, like, that's part of why I feel bad. The Running Man was directed by Edgar Wright, it was one of Edgar Wright's worst movies.
Yeah.
It's like that's just That's just unlucky.
I like it, chat.
I mean, it was fine. But
Hey, shut up, boy. I'm host.
From Glenn Powell's perspective, you're that's crazy. If you're trying to do
timeout again,
you're trying to do like the Timothée Chalamet or any other actor who's prominent nowadays, and you're like, oh, I'm picking Edgar Wright, like really well-known director. He's got a unique style, and you get The Running Man. That's got to be it's got to be a little upsetting. And I think that this is slightly the case there. And I don't really know like the director or past projects or whatever. But what I do know is Glenn Powell is perfectly competent in this role. 100% he's perfectly competent. But this movie lacks sauce. Like it lacks a flair that I feel like it really should have. I noticed it in the first like 20, 30 minutes. I was like, there should be like a momentum, like an energy to this movie. And it just never really feels like it gets there. It feels rather generic with like how it's pieced together. I still liked it because I liked the sense of telling this story and not knowing where things are going. Like truly, like there's a lot of pieces and you don't exactly know how things are going to unfold. Now you kind of have some idea just because of the general through line, but they introduce enough elements where you just don't know like when things are going to twist and turn and happen and whatnot. And so I appreciated it from that aspect because it kept me engaged in wondering what's going to happen. But I don't think the end result of that was anything like too spectacular or special. And John and I talked about it immediately afterwards. I think the rewatchability of this movie is all-time low. Like I actively would not want to watch this movie again for a long time. Because it truly is, once you know, and that's kind of the main pull of the movie. Like it's an action comedy. Don't expect a lot of action. There's almost none. It's definitely more focused on kind of the comedic tones of how they're presenting this story. That is what is much more important about it. So, liked it, didn't love it. 3 stars for me personally. I'm a little disappointed in it. I am a little disappointed because the concept plus Glenn Powell feels like it should be better is the simplest way to put it. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate.
How do you think it'll do if you could predict box office wise? Just the fact that this week when it comes out, we're coming off of Wuthering Heights and Goat, really more so Goat. And then next week we're running into Scream 7. What do you think that looks like for the box office for the movie?
I think it'll be comparable to like a Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
In terms of budget or bomb or like
Both. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
if
just
the
say
numbers
around
are
there.
exactly the same, I won't be surprised. I could see it having a tiny bit more legs in its first opening weekend, just because we're past like 3 other movies coming out at the same time. So it has like a slight advantage, but I easily think that like Wuthering Heights, Goat, and maybe even Crime 101, like those will easily be above this. I don't really see it being a top 3 contender. And then some of the other like Zootopia 2 could just make more than it. Like same with Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. So I don't really know.
It's early tracking for around 8 to 12 million opening weekend.
I mean, that's a little more
Which is
than
not
Good
bad
Luck,
at
Have
all.
Fun, Don't Die.
That's not bad
And
at
budget, dude, if a movie like this costs more than like 10 million to make, I'm sorry.
That's
What are
insane.
we like? I don't.
all. Yeah.
There's not a lot. I mean, there's obviously a ton of like hidden visual effects that you'd never know, but a lot of like, there's not a lot of that. There's not a lot of action scenes. It would mostly be like cast and production costs. Like it's very story heavy.
yeah.
And so if this has a super big budget, Hollywood just doesn't know what they're doing.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's a little bit of a bummer, man. I was kind of excited for that movie.
I don't want to like. I
I'm
don't
still
want to
excited.
lower your expectations.
Sure.
Go in with an open mind. I think John liked it a little bit more than me, which is surprising because like he usually leans like I need action scenes. Like he's a little more for lack of a better term, a little more TikTok brained than me.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say hype moments and aura. I thought that's what you were gonna
Well,
say.
I mean, I kind of lump that in. Like,
Sure.
he's the kind of guy, if we're throwing on an action movie where, like, really the point and why you're watching it is an action movie, he'll watch the action scenes and then, he might pull up his phone for a little bit or whatever. And then when the action starts again, he'll put his phone away and, like, he's that kind of guy with movies. Whereas I'm like, I'm just watching the movie. And he liked it more than I did, just like by a small, like, maybe a half a star margin. So
Gotcha. Okay.
don't be too low on it going into it, because I think there is a lot to really like, but I don't know. You'll see.
Yeah. And I'll keep in mind that you didn't like the Bone Temple. As for me, and what I've watched, I'll start with the stuff that I think is only me. I only have one thing that I think only Ben has seen, but we'll get there. Starting with I watched The Amateur, the 2025 movie with Rami Malek and Lawrence Fishburne
Not
and
that existed.
John Bernthal. Yeah, it's not one that you need to remember exists. Rachel Brosnahan as well, but her character is literally in it for
the wife or something.
Yeah, the wife that dies,
yeah.
and so she's in it for like probably combined a minute and a half of screen time. But I mean, it's entertaining enough, I guess. It's just like a CIA analyst guy going around and getting revenge for his dead wife. So it's like one of those action movies, but he's not a traditional action star. He's like killing them he's rigging bombs and rigging traps and stuff like that. So it's different, and it was all right. I give it a 3-star, but honestly, that might be a little bit generous. I'd probably drop it down to 2.5. I think there was like the sincerity of it, I guess, with the way Rami Malek played, like yearning for his wife and whatnot in certain scenes. It was enjoyable for me, but overall, it's a very forgetful movie. It's nothing to write home about. Aiden's gonna like this one. I'm honestly surprised I haven't seen much of. I thought he would have. I don't know how much he gets on Letterboxd anymore, but I thought he would have seen recent activity. Now that he follows me, The Big Short.
Yes. Dude, did you love it? Did you freaking love it?
I did. I gave it 4 stars.
Oh my gosh, yes, what a banger. Thank you for watching that shit. Yeah, let's go, dude.
I loved this movie. The only thing I would say about it negatively, but even then it's not negative, because I love when a movie makes you feel something. I felt fucking depressed. I felt fucking sad,
dude,
after when I finished that shit.
It sucks.
It felt so bad, bro. Like I just felt an impending fucking and I feel like, I mean, I don't know when you watched it for the first time, but like it almost feels like it's gearing up to fucking happen again. Is what, like, with this fucking AI shit, the AI bubble and everything. I don't want to get on a soapbox right now, but like seriously, it is absolutely insane. And then like just connecting that with what I watched in here, immediately I was just fucking depression. It was insane.
Yeah. Well, like the worst part is Steve Carell's character kind of standing there and just being like, okay, like this worked, but like, fuck, man, like the world is basically gone to shit. Seriously, and I just made so much money off of that. Yeah. Like, what do
Charlie,
you even do?
Did you know that I also really love this movie?
I guess I feel like we've talked about it before, Ben, but
I watched it for the first time last year. When did I log it? I logged it on January 18th, 2025. So a little over a year ago was the first time that I saw it.
We watched it around to say that's cool. I mean, in February,
wow.
I feel like I would have talked about it.
You probably did on the podcast. We'll probably have to. Yeah, we'll have to go back.
I also gave it a 4 stars. I was a big fan.
Yeah.
This is in my Letterboxd top. This is in my Letterboxd top 4. Yeah, I absolutely love this movie. Well, the reason, Ben, that we talked about it last week is because Adam McKay is the director of Severance or Succession. So he did Succession after he did The Big Short. And because that same style of like, shaky cam or like zoom in and like some like dark comedy while also dealing with a lot of like stock market, like business stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I can. Why would I not love Succession based off this? Did you kind of see some of that, Charlie?
Yeah, absolutely.
A little bit of those connections. Yeah.
No, yeah, 100%. And also, I just want to add, beyond just like the impending doom of reality and connecting that movie to this, just Steve Carell's character and what he's got going on with his brother, bro. That moment where he finally like breaks down to his wife. What the hell did he say? He said, he saw his brother was having problems, and then the first thing I fucking said to him, "Do you need any money?" I asked him if he fucking needs money. Fuck, man. That's so fucking good. That's some good fucking shit. Oh my gosh, what a fucking film, bro. What a fucking film. And I didn't know Brad Pitt was in it. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just throw everybody in there.
Yeah, bro. I was
the
like,
Margot Robbie scene.
Yeah. I was waiting for that one because he told me. That's why I watched the movie. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
I knew that one was gonna
Wuthering
come.
Heights.
What'd you say?
I said you got tickets for Wuthering Heights.
If only. The only thing that I would probably say in the negative for like, I was playing a lot of catch up. Like I was just, and they do a good job of explaining a lot of the terminology and everything. But like, for a lot, like that whole conversation that Steve Carell was having with the rich douchebag, where he's realizing the entire like economy is going to crash. I was lost during that whole thing until the very end when he makes that realization, and then I was like, oh shit.
Well,
So,
that's whenever he goes to like his whole team and he's like, it's a fucking bubble. It's a bubble. We're doing this. Like,
and then he tells him to put more down. Yeah.
Oh fuck! Such a good movie, dude.
It is. It's really. I'm glad I watched it. I'm definitely glad I watched it. And yes, there's a lot of Succession in there. Yeah. Ben, you gotta hop on Succession, man.
Dude.
Yeah,
I
know. Yeah,
I know. Now's the wrong time to do it. You're busy. I know you got a lot going on. But maybe for when you get some time when you move into the new place, that's the first show you guys put on. Maybe, just maybe. Who knows? Just maybe.
Yeah.
The next one, one that I also really loved. I was on a Dylan O'Brien kick, I guess, after Send Help. Twinless from 2025. I gave this one 4 stars. I think it was actually I think it was a very good movie. I think Dylan O'Brien is an underrated actor. I think he deserves more credit. He's really good. I guess to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of because I don't think you guys know what the movie's about. So Dylan O'Brien has a twin. He plays 2 characters, kind of, and one of the twins is gay, and there's this other gay guy that one of Dylan O'Brien's that the gay Dylan O'Brien twin meets, and that twin falls in love, or that guy falls in love with Dylan O'Brien, Brian's character, and then some stuff happens. Dylan O'Brien's gay twin dies, and this gay guy does a whole lot of questionable stuff morally to try to, like, I don't know, live vicariously through the other twin of Dylan O'Brien. So I don't know, maybe I'm trying to keep it as like little as I possibly can to keep it like interesting in case you guys want to watch it. But truly, the performances are great. The guy who plays the other gay guy is actually the director of the movie, James Sweeney, I think his name is. Surprisingly, I don't think he does a bad job of acting. I just think that, like, Dylan O'Brien just acts circles around him, and which is probably, it's not the greatest thing for them being the 2 main characters of the movie, but just to be so outclassed and outshined. But truthfully, it's I think it's really beautiful. A lot of like the discussion that's had in there, just with as far as like grief and loss as it pertains to Dylan O'Brien's twin, the one who's still alive. And then I also just like it because it kind of fights like the I don't know, the typical thing that a lot of people would say is like that people who are in media that are portrayed in like LGBTQ characters and whatnot, they're always portrayed as like putrid saints and whatnot. But then like the straight characters or whatnot will be evil and whatnot like that. Like this is like every gay person in this movie is kind of not great. They're not a great person, and so like that you can't fall back on that critique for this movie. Like it. They're very flawed characters. Almost everybody in this movie is a very flawed character. Even the not gay one, like Dylan O'Brien's twin, that's not gay. He also has a lot of demons, as it were. But truthfully, I mean, it stands out for me. I like if we were to redo our top 10 list, it would probably be on there somewhere. I don't know where it would be, but it would probably be on there somewhere for me. It's a really enjoyable movie for me. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But then lastly, I guess we'll jump into this because I think Aiden said you didn't watch this. Crime 101. You didn't watch it either, Ben.
No, I picked the three other ones that
Right.
I talked about / will talk about once Aiden and I get to the one that you couldn't see.
Damn, dudes, there's not gonna be a single movie where all three of us have watched. Yeah, now that I know the ones I watched,
dude, there's too much stuff out.
Yo,
I
dude,
was thinking about going to watch Goat today, but
that's what I watched. Yeah,
we had this, and it was just too late because I had work and whatnot today. But Crime 101, I give it 3.5 stars. It's a really good movie, man. It's really enjoyable.
Nice.
I've heard a lot of like it's very similar to Heat. I've never seen Heat, but do you know what Heat is? You make it.
I mean, I just know a lot of people like I want to watch that movie so bad just because of all the good shit I hear about it.
Really?
So it's
okay.
surprising. Yeah,
I guess I haven't heard. A lot of people say it's just like it's trying to copy Heat, but it's in a really cool way, and it's really they enjoy it for that reason. But anyway, yeah, I think it's really good. Mark Ruffalo, talk about Mark Ruffalo playing the cop, bro. I know you guys. I don't know if you guys have watched the. I haven't really watched the show. I've seen a couple of scenes. His HBO show, I think it's called Task or something like that. I've seen a couple of scenes. Yeah. He plays a cop in that as well. Mark Ruffalo, he's good at that, man. He's pretty good, man.
Isn't he a cop in Zodiac? Am I tripping?
Oh yeah, I guess a detective. Yeah.
Yeah, him and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Technically
him and Robert Downey Jr. are detectives. Jake Gyllenhaal's kind of like the news cartoon guy.
Right. Yeah. Which I guess in Crime 101 he's a detective as well. So pretty much I think FBI. I don't know. Doesn't matter. He's really good. A lot of great moments from him. Halle Berry also fantastic. I mean, goodness gracious. I can't remember the last Halle Berry thing that I've seen, truthfully, but she's great in this.
John Wick 3.
That's probably it. That is probably the last thing that I saw her in, honestly. When did John Wick 3 come out? 2019? Yeah, okay. Golly. That's when I graduated high school. Old man. Okay.
Holy shit. I graduated the next year, so it's
I graduated 2019.
Wait, really? Actually?
I did because of the homeschool thing. I started going to college early. I went to college at 16 because I was getting dual credits.
Gotcha.
So it got fuzzy.
Wait, Charlie, how old are you?
I'm 25, but Aiden, I don't want to get too off track, but what did graduation look like for you then? Are you one of those? I didn't get a graduation. Are you one of those?
Yeah, we you know what's funny? They did a little like a stage thing where we had to social distance, and we walked on stage and shook our principal's hand and took a picture. Except it was a cardboard cutout of our principal. It wasn't him.
Oh my gosh!
And they live streamed it.
Oh my god!
And that was kind of like, oh, I walk. You see that, and then I go hang out with my parents, take pictures with them and my grandparents, and like social distance everybody, and like yeah. So that's how.
That's
how it was. It
Wow.
like you look back and you're like, all right, we were really doing all that, bro. Like,
We're really doing
are you
all
serious?
that.
That's
Wait, so did
insane.
you have a prom or anything? What did prom look like?
No problem.
No prom. Dang, bro.
Yeah, no problem, no nothing. It happened during spring break, obviously. And they were just like, yeah, we're gonna extend spring break for about a week. And I was like, yes, let's go, bro. I'm so over this fucking semester because it was my last. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to get out of here. And yeah, then we just never went back. I was like, all right, cool. We just work my Walmart shift and like steal beer and go home.
Yeah, my sister graduated 2020. That's all she ever complained. We didn't get a prom. We didn't get to graduate. All right, bro, calm down.
Yeah, which I was never I don't think I went to any proms.
Yeah,
I went to like the after parties, yeah, but yeah,
sure.
prom itself I never did, and so I was over it at that point.
Yeah,
I
wasn't
just
my
wanna
thing.
go.
But yeah. Anyway, Crime 101.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Chris Hemsworth. I've seen a lot of people saying that they don't think that he can play this. The kind of character he is like a recluse, like really detail oriented, almost like OCD esque, and they don't see him being able to play that. I disagree. I think he actually does a really good job of playing that. Like, I think they're just thinking like he's too hot. He can't do that. Like, I think that's just a dumb. That's a dumb reason.
I do it all the time. Yeah, it's
All
fun.
right. All right. What? What is? But all of them combined, I think that like it does a really good job of balancing all three of their lives and keeping it focused on each one of them to a non-detrimental amount. Like it doesn't. I don't ever feel like I'm bored with one storyline and want to go to the next one. Like they're all engaging in their own way. The only like the couple like things I would say is like I don't think you get enough time to, which sounds crazy because it's a very long movie, almost 2.5 hours. I think they maybe just didn't spend the time wisely because like there's some things with like there's a love interest with Chris Hemsworth character that I don't think got enough. We didn't dive deep enough into that to really like make me care a ton about it. Even with Halle Berry's character, there's a lot more that like there's one thing that she's really aiming for, and a lot of that isn't really focused or touched upon until like we're building up to the climax of the movie, and so it kind of seems almost rushed in a way potentially. The only one that seems like very thought out and very like thorough, apart from Chris Hemsworth, everything that he has going on with the crime aspect of it is well done, I would say. But Mark Ruffalo's character, as far as like what he's got going on, with the one tiny exception that comes with his marriage, but everything else about it, I think, is very engaging. And there's a cool thing that they try to play off as like a really cool reveal, but I feel like anybody could see it coming from a mile away when it happens. But I'll leave that for you guys to see. Oh, and Barry Keoghan. I didn't even talk about him because I think he plays a good crazy guy, but I don't know, like it was an thing for me. Like he was definitely the least interesting part for me. The only part that was interesting is like how he might come in and really like turn up the heat, turn up the volume. But his character in it of himself, give or take, I don't, it's whatever. But the soundtrack in this movie, really good. I also want to point that out. Yeah, I really enjoyed the soundtrack.
Original score or the music?
I believe so. It sounded like it was original. I mean, there wasn't any.
You're not saying like songs in the movie.
Yeah, there wasn't any song. No. It was just the music is what I'm talking. Especially at the very end, was really good. Actually, I want to look up the soundtrack for this movie after this actually and see if I can find that because I think it was really good throughout the whole movie. I'm a big music guy, so at least when it comes to movies, I'm a music guy in general as well. But.
Nice. I respect that.
I'm trying to find who did the score.
I didn't even look into it, truthfully. Silly me, huh? Silly goofy me.
I keep getting caught up looking at what people think GOAT will do for this next week. Like, I need to get off there.
Yeah, bro's going down.
Yeah, a
the
lot of
rabbit hole.
these are like showing me the musical soundtrack. I'm not finding like the original score. Maybe that's what I need to. I'm not even seeing this on Spotify.
Maybe it was just music that I didn't. There was no like. I mean, there were some songs in it where like there were like people singing and like probably that you'd hear on the radio kind of thing, but like not the ones that I'm envisioning as that I remember being standouts for me. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's also what I was gonna say, bro. 2019, perfect year to graduate, bro. Perfect year to graduate.
Honestly. Yeah.
Endgame coming out. I was like, bro, this is the end. The MCU's ending. And back at the time, that's what I thought. Even though Far From Home was coming out shortly after, the MCU's ending, and I'm getting out of high school. Bang, bro! You couldn't line that up any better, bro. Couldn't line that up any better. That was my senior quote. Was Tony Stark? What he said. Part of the beginning is the end, or part of the journey is the end. That's what he said.
You get there.
That's my
Yeah, you can get there.
That's my. Shut up.
It was a
I'm
good year.
host Aiden. Me. Learn your fucking place.
It was a great year.
It was
It was
a
a
great
great
year.
year.
It's a very good year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. I'll let you have that.
Aiden. Hit us with what you've watched, man.
So in terms of new releases, I did in fact go see GOAT, the GOAT of the box office this week. It's kind of a letdown, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a letdown.
Dang.
It's kind of
Really?
disappointing.
Glad I didn't
Very
go see it
cookie
today.
cutter.
I want you to know you just made me not go see it. So thank you.
Very, very cookie cutter, kind of too cookie cutter. It felt like at times. The animation's gorgeous, right? So good. The animation is very good. But yeah, just it doesn't feel like we're treading on any new territory, which I get. We don't have to reinvent the wheel here with every single one of these underdog sports movies. But I guess I don't know. I guess I was just hoping for like maybe a little bit more in terms of heartstrings, in terms of themes, or really hard hitting emotional moments. Obviously, there are going to be plenty of times where you feel like you are not the target audience for this movie. But yeah, man, in terms of the story and how deep they go with everything, and in terms of the lack of emotion, I don't know. I guess I was just hoping for a little bit more coming off of granted, K-pop Demon Hunters. It's not like there's a ton of emotion there. It's not like there's it's not like they're doing anything super, super crazy over there. But I mean, I had K-pop Demon Hunters at like 3.5, 4 stars. I have GOAT at 3, just because K-pop Demon Hunters is a really cool concept. There's amazing music, and you really care a lot about your team in a way, your group of singers. Whereas GOAT, there's not a ton to chew on there aside from animation, and then maybe some not fabricated, but like some relationships within the team that kind of feel cheap just because of the way we got there. So it's kind of unfortunate. Like, all right, I'm watching a movie about animals playing basketball, right? How much realism is there? But I feel like I would have loved to see the character of Will Harris, the GOAT we see in the movie. I would have loved to see him start this off as like, hey, I'm a college athlete going on, like, about to be drafted by a team, right? Instead, and minor spoiler, whatever. Instead, he gets on the team because he goes viral by crossing up like one of like the professional players for one of these other teams. He's challenging people at the park. Will crosses him up and makes him slip and goes viral off that. So the GM's like, why don't you come play for our professional sports team? And I'm like, all right, like I get there's no realism here, but like really, like he didn't we didn't make him work for that, right? Like he didn't have to. We're just being told that he put all his blood, sweat, and tears into this, and now we're just seeing him be handed the opportunity because he went viral online. Like it's just things like that that kind of cheapen everything else in the movie. So it's kind of disappointing. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. Before we get into Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, I did finish Succession. I have finished it. I got to the finale. I won't spoil anything, and I'll keep it super short. One of the best finales I have ever seen, ever. It is a masterpiece, bro.
Their moment in the office, all three of them.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm the eldest boy.
Yes,
I'm the eldest boy.
Yeah,
You
bro.
couldn't do this to me. I'm the eldest boy. Oh, dude. Perfect. Now,
Fire,
I'm
bro.
so mad that I got spoiled because, dude, the way it just finally comes down to whatever. I'm not gonna get into any spoilers. But the way it just comes down to it, and it's like, I need a minute. It's like, okay, all right, Shiv, are you fucking me here? Shiv, don't fuck me here. Shiv, come on. Dude, so good. And I think every single one of them, they got the an absolute perfect ending. I think that final shot is so incredible. And what's even better is that you like after all of that happens, like you sit back and think, and you're like, they are so minuscule in the grand scheme of things. It was never about them, but us as the audience are so trapped under their spell, under the Roy family spell, that we just assume this is all about them. It was never going to be all about them. It is all about who sat in that chair when everything was said and done. Which, man, oh my God, I rewatched that moment. I was sending you a lot of edits, but Tom in season 3 finale saying, I need an attack dog, and I need to know if you're with me. Are you ready to make a deal with the devil? And are you ready to sell your soul? And Greg's like, what do I need a soul for? Oh my God. And then he hugs him. Oh yeah. Just absolute cinema. I love Tom Wamsgams. The election episode was so good, man.
Yep.
The election episode was so great where they're just like struggling to call the race. And then the president's at an event, I'll just say the event, and he sees how Roman handles everything, and he's like, I don't know if I want to go into business for you anymore. Like, I think I'm good.
Speaking of Roman, on the mountain with what about that scene with Skarsgård?
Alexander Skarsgård? Oh my God.
Yeah.
In his bag, bro. Dude.
Yeah,
in
dude.
His
oh
bag.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love that.
That was like the start of his breakdown. Yeah. So, he starts to break down after all of that. Kendall has to go and like kind of placate. I feel so bad for Kendall, but at the same time, dude, when Shiv says, "Oh, you can't be CEO because you've literally done these events," and Kendall's like, "I made that up. Dude,
I forgot about that.
You are losing every single bit of credibility. What are you doing? Own up, dude. Like you're not that killer. You are not a killer, bro." Logan was so right about you, man. And you're just like, I'm seeing it in action. You can't even own up to that to your own siblings, bro. And that's the moment a lot of people pointed out. That's the moment where Roman was like, oh no, I'm checked out. Like it was never going to be you. So, oh my gosh, man. Yeah, it was such a perfect finale. I think it's an incredible way to end the season. I think every single finale just got better and better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like it is such a good show. Season 4 was awesome. What else am I missing? Yeah, shout out to Tom, dude. I absolutely love Tom. I love how he navigated everything with Shiv. Shiv fucked him, bro. Shiv has been fucking him, and for her
but then at the end,
she's in the same position as her mom.
Yep.
The wife of like dude, and that's was what she feared the most, is to end up like her mom, and she's right there. Roman, is maybe somewhat at peace, and Kendall, man, yeah. Yeah, dude, it's tough. It's brutal. Like, I'm getting all of these edits, and I'm like seeing all this stuff with him and Rava, and how like all of that is just basically for nothing. That their whole marriage, any rekindling, is all for nothing, because of what's happened. Yeah, man, what a absolutely brutal show. Like, what a way to just like.
Glad you watched it.
Dude, I'm so happy. It is literally one of the best shows I've ever watched. I think it is the most solid, like 9.5. I'll go high. Yeah, 9.5. It's a freaking 9.5 for me. It's so good. Yeah. The scene at the end with Tom and Greg where he's like, I don't know, they really didn't like how you oh shit, they really didn't like how you went and ratted, and like how you went and told Kendall that there'd be what's his name? Gojo dude. Fucking Alexander Skarsgård's character.
Yeah.
Lucas.
Okay.
He's like, Mattson. They didn't really like how you went and told that Mattson was looking at somebody else. And Greg's like, fuck. And then Tom just like kind of stares at him, and Tom's like, but I made sure to make some room for you. I told them to leave some room for you. I was like, oh my God, this show is the best, dude. And the ultimate power move to just hold his hand out for Shiv at the end.
Yeah.
And then she
and she take dude.
Dude, just right back. And I love that Shiv went against Logan or Roman and Kendall. I kind of love it. If Kendall had done that, had the roles been reversed, everyone would have been on top of it. Oh yeah, dude, Kendall's the fucking GOAT. Yeah, bro, I swear to God, just because she is a female character, she gets so much shit. Yeah, I hated Shiv for what she did to Tom.
Yeah,
I think she is one of the best characters in this entire show. She literally found a way to climb up every single ladder. She has stood up to anybody that has tried to go against her, and I think she made the right decision. Yeah, why would I give it to you, bro? It's you were Tom, like, bro. Yeah, no. Kendall just wasn't fit, man, and Kendall lovers, y'all have to respect
open your eyes.
That Kendall was never fit to be the king. He was never fit. It is a very sad ending for him, though. But yeah, what a phenomenal show. 9.5 out of 10. I started Avatar, The Last Airbender. I watched the first 3 episodes, so that'll be my next one, so that I can get ready for Legend of Aang later this year. And that is what I have tackled so far. But yeah, Succession, man, fantastic. I want to rewatch it again. It's so good, man. It's an incredible show.
Last thing I'll say, because I forgot to bring it up. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, really damn good, man. That's all I'll keep it real short. It is so fire. It is up there with peak Game of Thrones.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it is just after five episodes, specifically this 5th episode. I think the main character Duncan, he's probably one of my favorite Game of Thrones characters, if not my favorite. He's up there with Jon Snow. After this episode, it's just great stuff. But dude, I finished this episode and I come to learn on the screen it says season finale next Sunday. What? 6 episode season, bro? What are we talking about right now? Oh my goodness, that is annoying. But I mean, hey, I will wait around for the next season because this is some phenomenal shit right here, man. And honestly, that's what I was gonna say. If it sounds interesting to you, you do not have to watch other Game of Thrones stuff for this. Like, it's completely separated. Like, there's nothing tying it to Game of Thrones whatsoever. So like, you could dive into this show. So it's some great shit, man. It's some great shit. It is a prequel to Game of Thrones. Like, all of this stuff happens before Game of Thrones, but it's not like it ties into Game of Thrones. It's just completely separate stuff.
Interesting. So what's the point of having it set why not just have this a different show entirely? Is there some stuff that ties into Game of Thrones loosely?
There's characters, I guess, that like you can go down like a family tree of like, this person is like the great grandfather to a person in the main Game of Thrones show kind of thing. And et cetera, et cetera. So like, And there's like little things that, but you'd have to like look this up. Like the show doesn't tell you these things. Like you'd have to look up a family tree of like one of the main families in Game of Thrones is or the main houses is the Targaryens. And so like you'd have to look them up to find out, like, this is no spoilers, but there's a Mad King at some point in the timeline. And this takes place before the Mad King is ever in. So we haven't seen the Mad King. Like we've just heard about the Mad King in the main Game of Thrones show. So like you can look up these characters are like the great grandfather of the Mad King, or like just the grandfather. So it's like that kind of stuff. I don't know necessarily why like it's in the same. I guess you could imagine it's not in the same universe, just different show, because like I doubt they'll ever cross over. I don't think that they're building up to that at all, because like there's two shows going on right now technically with House of the Dragon and this one, and House of the Dragon takes place before this show, like 100-200 years before this show that's happening right now.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Okay.
but yeah, so you could watch House of the Dragon as well. That show has nothing to do with Game of Thrones. You could watch that in its own thing, but yeah.
Cool. I thought this took place before House of the Dragon for some reason.
No, this one's a little bit closer to Game of Thrones. I think it's within 100 years of Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon is like 300 years before Game of Thrones. This one's just 100.
Nice.
But yeah, as for you two, let's hear your initial thoughts on Good
luck. Have fun.
Don't
die.
In 3, 2, 1. We have a peak cinema and just a thumbs up for our audio listeners.
I'm at a 4. I'm at 4 stars. 4
I'm at 3.5.
Damn.
We're not that far off.
I really want to watch this fucking movie, man.
Dude.
Golly.
Oh, what a banger, dude.
I'm so mixed on it, to be honest with you. Like, I still really like it, but it's a wild movie. Like,
It's crazy. Yes.
I think Everything Everywhere All at Once meets, I don't know, like Groundhog Day meets Edge of Tomorrow. I don't know, like
yeah.
it's
Damn,
such a
son.
weird combination. Meets, here's a good poll. Meets Weapons. Meets
Yes.
Weapons.
Oh my God. Yes. Dude,
I don't wanna watch it anymore.
that is exactly what I was thinking throughout the whole movie. I was like, this is what Weapons should have been. Like, this is what Weapons should have done.
And you know what I was thinking? I was thinking this is just Weapons, but worse.
That's fair.
Okay,
But like,
alright.
see, and that's like whenever me and Charlie did our reviews on Weapons, like, I don't know, I was very much like, yeah, movie didn't understand the tone. The tone didn't really work for me. With this one, I think I was just able to like buy in more
Yeah.
in
it
terms
was
of Weapons, because I'm like, okay,
silly
cool.
from
Like
the start.
it helped. Yes, exactly. Silly from the start. So looking at that compared to Weapons, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what, Weapons should have been, or these were, I guess this is maybe what people saw in those moments of Weapons on top of like all the great horror aspects of it. So
See,
yes, that's
I don't-
beautiful. Yes.
I don't want to get into specifics because I know Charlie's going to watch it, but like the feeling that I got during Weapons at certain moments because of how that movie is structured was like a almost like blissful, oh, I can't wait to see what context they provide me every single time. I was like, I can't wait to see what new thing I learn about. I really didn't get that as much here. And I get like it was necessary, like how they did it was like necessary to bring everything together. It just didn't, like, I think it was more just like the energy. I wasn't as bought into it and as invested anytime that stuff like that happened.
That's so odd because I feel like with every moment and like in terms of structure, with everything, I felt myself waiting to see what are they going to pull out now? What ridiculous thing. Like it literally felt like mini episodes of Black Mirror at some point also. Like there you go, Weapons meets Black Mirror meets Groundhog Day, whatever. I was like, I felt so invested in what they were going to do next and where they were going to take it next. And especially having seen the movie, I go back to like, okay, whenever that, because I didn't watch any trailers. The only thing I had ever seen was him in the diner. So I was like, for all I know that we're going to be in this diner for the whole movie, I have no idea. I didn't know we would even like leave. So I'm going in super like completely blind. And so I think back to how I felt when I was in that position to seeing the cat thing, right? It's just being like, oh, all right, this is like insane. This is pure insanity. I felt like I was biting onto every last like 30 minutes, like 30-minute mark hits. Boom. I'm like, where's the next piece of info?
See, I get that to an extent, but then to some extent, like you talk about the mini Black Mirror episode. There's like a clear one that we're probably both thinking of for that.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be specific for Charlie, but like even that to me, that provided context that actually made those characters' motives make less sense. Just because like you're like, oh, well, they've experienced this thing. How are they not like more easy to kind of jump on board? Like they've seen some stuff, like they know things. So sometimes it's to the detriment, I think, like a little bit. And then it doesn't become relevant until later on when it's just like, oh, we experienced this thing, we know about this thing, and it's like, okay, that's kind of interesting. And then some of those crazy elements, I mean, I don't like, I don't know in my brain still like how all of that actually makes sense. I'll just be honest. Like there's a piece of me where I'm just like, at what point did we just like divulge into like complete anything can show up at any point in time? And like when like I thought that this was like supposed to be, it's futuristic, but it's still meant to be like a real story with real characters. At what point did we just throw that out the window? And I still like, just because of the vibes, the silliness, the craziness, I still enjoyed those elements. But like, it was different than something like Everything Everywhere All at Once, where like anything that was outside of reality, to the extent that they needed to explain like the sci-fi elements of it, where your brain's transporting and pulling skill sets from a different you and multiple universes, they at least tell you how it works. This is more just like, here you go. Here you go. And it fits the vibe, but I always at least like, I just need to see a through line sometimes with those things. And I'm usually pretty basic. Like when Charlie and I last year talked about the movie together, and I was like, I bought into their explanation because they at least told us, hey, here's what's happening. It doesn't have to always make rational sense. Just at least like give me something. And in this case, there was not always something. So
well, the only thing I can think of is that they were saying things out loud, and then Sam Rockwell's character, he says something like, oh my god, I told y'all shouldn't have been talking out loud. What a fucked up prompt.
Right.
But where does that prompt come from? Is it the basement? Like,
so that's the thing that I don't.
Do you want me to take my headphones off?
No, I mean,
no, you don't need to.
You don't need to. We'll be fine.
Unless you're already feeling like you're getting spoiled.
No, I don't care that much about that. Like, I'm interested in the movie, but I don't care that much.
Yeah. The only thing that I could think of that's comparable is like there are scenes in movies that are like sci-fi movies where it is that exact thing, which is like spoken or thought becomes reality. Again, the problem is like, why all of a sudden here? Why all of a sudden now? How is that the case? I don't know.
That I will give you. I do not have an answer for. Like my number one thing is just basically like seeing how like some of the end plays out. Like we'll just with the pug, right? The one pug,
right?
Seeing as that plays out, it's kind of like, okay, at that point in time, at that point in the story, were we already too far gone? In terms of
like were
things already in motion, and but even that kind of seems like a reach for me.
That would kind of undermine everything else, like that whole next portion.
Well, but I feel like it already kind of is, just with like, I think this is one of the coolest endings I've seen. They do some really good shit with it, and I'm trying to be super broad, but like it's a really fuck, I don't know how else to put it, but in terms of the ending and what I love so much that they did there, yeah, it is kind of undermined, but I think that's what makes it so good. Like, if you really think about it, there's not a lot here that really matters.
I just texted you something, and I just want to get your reaction to it.
I can take my headphones off if you guys want to get
exactly.
the intricacies.
That's what I was gonna say.
No,
That's
you're
what
good, Charlie. I literally just wanted to text
that's what I was trying to say without saying it.
Yeah.
But yes, and that's what I appreciate so much about it, to where you look back at everything and you're like, wow, what a whirlwind. Or you look back at moments like that and you're like, everything was set into motion. There was no stopping it. And now that we see where all of that has played out, it's like, all right,
yeah,
let me dip.
Yeah.
I have to say, my favorite joke in this entire movie, literally, dude, had me laughing so hard. My theater of like 8, I think it was like literally 4 couples, including us. Dude, it was on Valentine's Day. We got to see it. The hardest that I have laughed in a movie all year, like recently even, was when the parents are talking and she's like, yeah, sometimes she'll walk in the room and like duck underneath, and she's like, Mom, are we Muslim? No, honey, just you.
What the hell?
Dude, it is the best, bro. Charlie, I needed you to hear that out of context, because it is the funniest shit ever. No, honey, just you.
Dude,
oh,
this movie is
God.
very funny. It is very funny.
Fucking hilarious. Yes, it is.
Sam
God, it
Rockwell
was
is
awesome.
incredible.
I love Sam Rockwell.
The shtick that he finds like a good balance of in this movie is like, it's top tier.
Yeah.
Man,
it was so good, man.
This shit, bro.
Yeah, that is probably one of my favorite jokes ever in a movie. They were just going on and on. Yeah, we even made her a little racist, dude. It's great, dude.
Charlie has no
clue.
Dude, Charlie, dude, I could just like rattle things off, like Chuck McGill reference, bro. That's the other thing, Charlie, bro. Chuck McGill reference, bro. Yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Attack on Titan,
bro. Attack on Titan was in the freaking dude. I literally popped. I was like, holy shit, fucking Attack on Titan. And I know exactly what scene that is too, bro. They're carving people up in the woods to find the female Titan. But bro, so good, man. So good. And yes, some of the like greatest jokes I've seen in a movie. I was laughing. Oh man, averaging like a couple laughs every 10 minutes. It was great. Yeah. But yeah, I do agree with you. There's it gets to a point sometimes where you're like, I don't know how to keep up. I saw the plot twist coming from a mile away. But yeah, it gets a little bit hard to keep up with sometimes. Just in terms of like, okay, what are the laws in this world? How does anything work? But I think if you're able to relax and have some fun with it and go in just appreciating the movie, it'll be well worth your time. And yeah, I think it has one of the coolest endings ever. So I think that only added even more to my viewing. So
yeah,
I'm a big fan of this movie, man.
It's wild. Like, even from like, the initial concept already is a wild concept, but then like I feel like you were kind of talking about like pockets of like 20-30 minutes. They tell you about this new thing that exists in the world that you learn about, and you're just like, what do we do? And then it keeps going and going, and they feel very disconnected from one another. It feels like, just crazy random new thing that like, all of a sudden like the world, they just do this thing, and that's like a normal thing that they do, and then it just is, and you just kind of accept it for what it is. And yeah, it's wild. I mean, it's really laying it all out there. It kind of flopped it out on the table, and you just kind of you take it as it is, and you don't really. That's kind of it knows what it wants to do, and it really just goes for it.
Yeah, it's such a good time. Literally such a good time in theater. I didn't want it to end. Yeah, I had a blast with it.
Yeah. So since we all like saw a variety of different movies, can we just like rip all of our top threes for the year? Because we should all be at like, I mean, I'm at 8 total releases. We should all be at like at least 6, I think.
Yeah, I'm at 7.
Yeah. I'm at 5, but I have a pretty good sense. Like, I don't think if I watched anything else that this would change. So, my number one movie. I'll go first. Here, real quick. My number one movie of the year. Yep, you know what's coming. Is 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Absolute banger of a movie, and I know bangers. Second favorite movie of the year so far. Good luck, have fun, don't die. And my third favorite is Goat. Also, this I told you I got letterboxed. I got letterboxed again. This poster for Goat is actually so sick. It's pretty good.
How much is the Patreon for?
I think it's you can do the one-time purchase like annually for
like $30 a year or something.
For like I thought it was like $60 or $50 a year.
I haven't had it for a couple of years.
I'll look.
I doubt I'll do it, but I just out of curiosity.
Well, you're using it a lot more, so
yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
My
top 3.
Yeah, my top 3 are number 1, The Bone Temple. 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Number 2, Send Help. And number 3, Crime 101. Which I'm sure when I can ever get around to Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, it would probably. I don't think it'd take number 1. Maybe, though. Who knows?
My number 1 is Iron Lung.
Yep.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And my number 3 is The Rip.
Dude, what a variety there. That is insane. Bone Temple, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, Goat, and then Ben, you had
Iron Lung.
One of those. Yeah, in there. So 2 different ones there, and then Charlie, out of all of those, you had one different one. 2, one the same, 2 different ones. That's
2 different ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's confusing. Yeah. I want to get to a lot of these releases. Like, definitely want to get to Iron Lung and Send Help before anything else, and then I want Crime 101 and Wuthering Heights to follow as I see fit. And then some of these like straight to streaming services, those will be real good to knock out super fast. Yeah, I'm excited though. We've gotten to help. Like, dude, I saw this comment earlier because, like I said, I've been getting like my feed is flooded with box office stuff now on Twitter, and I saw someone say, we got an insanely healthy box office this week. And I was like, that's a really good way to put it. Just like a very nice, healthy box office in terms of how movies are performing. So it's looking up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, chat, thank you all so very much for tuning into another episode of the Words from the Nerds podcast. Last little bit of housekeeping. I will just repeat, of course, you can leave a comment down below if you want Benjamin to read it aloud next week. Say anything that your heart desires, and Benjamin will parrot it so well. He's a very good boy. Very good, but the best. And then as well as Spotify. If you're on Spotify or any other podcast listening platform, you can leave us some fan mail and we will read that aloud as well. But speaking of those apps as well, maybe drop us a little bit of a review, just a little tiny one, little tiny 5-star. We'll really appreciate that. Really big preach. Unless you don't think we deserve it, then give us a 0.5 star or whatever the lowest rating is. And appreciate that too. But if you're on YouTube, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell because we are still coming at you every single week. We don't quite have the backlog of episodes that we had a couple weeks ago, but still, we're punching them out to you. This one's a little bit late, I believe. We didn't quite hit the Monday release, but that's fine. That's fine. We're still getting to you, okay? We're just be grateful. Fucking dirty dogs. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Adios.
Peace. Oh shit.